Alrighty, this game is in transit, and a warm welcome to you all. This is from TCOSY. I was going to try and cast this live. My name's Darth Meow. I'm one of the admins here for TCOSY, but I did attempt to try and record a commentary on this game live, but considering I'm in the same room as the two combatants who I'll introduce now, we have got Alcatraz up in the top right in the red, and we have got Sprocket down the bottom here in the asphalt. And it looks like we're starting off there with a what looks to be a land and air factory build. Slow that down just a little bit so we can sort of see that. Land and air. Already got the mass fabricators up and going, and already if we head over here, already Alcatraz taking a very firm lead here with this one, with only the single land factory mass power up and running, and already we've got some attack units, and we've got, but just in case he decides to use, Sprocket decides to use the air, we've got the anti-air coming out there now. Still at Tech 1, if we spin back here, so we can look at the overall picture. We've got point defense going up now for Sprocket. We've got a few small assault bots there on the field. Mass extraction. Got an awful lot of power gen coming up here attached to the factories for the all-important adjacency bonus. Looks to be a purely land build here for Sprocket. Not a heck of a lot of air coming out at the moment. There is something coming out of that air factory though, so we'll soon see exactly what's going to come out of there. And if we just have a look quickly at the thing, we've got a couple of assault bots sitting in the middle there for Sprocket. Hopefully they try and detect any incoming SWAT from this, but yeah, there are anti-air on the field along with strikers there for Alcatraz. Holding up nicely, got the second land factory down, going very, very nicely, and the first air factories not doing a lot there though with those anti-air coming in now, and what looks like an engineer doing the scout around up there, about to stick down a mass factory. Yep, sticking down the mass. Heading back now to Sprocket. Yeah, starting to hold up quite nicely. Got the hydrocarbon going now for the extra power bonus. Very, very useful in the early stages. Mass fabrication still at level 1. So we'll just crank the speed up now and get this thing going. Point defense going in there now. And more units coming onto the field for Alcatraz in very quick order. Got both of those land factories going. Great guns, and now some air things, some air-to-air interceptors on the field for Alcatraz. Now as far as what's going on here, can't really see a lot of what is going on at this late stage. Both of them still sticking to the macro, although if we were going to go solely on macro at the moment, we have got Alcatraz pure in the lead. Very, very much so in the lead. With a mass extractor now finally doing the upgrade. There is an upgrade going down to level 2 on Alcatraz's side, getting second level mass extraction, get that economy up. Progressing into stage 2 of the game, and well, it looks like spider bots coming in there for Sprocket, so interesting to see exactly what happens there. And an engineer coming through, putting down a mass extractor. A little bit of air gunship there, just a little bit of death from above there from Sprocket. And a few more coming out there now. Looks like he's sort of holding up here in this little gully here could prove useful. Might not. And oh, we've got a few interceptors on the move there. Nope, just sorting themselves out. That's okay. And a couple of bombers coming through now for Alcatraz. That's cool. And whoop, we've got a blob on the move. Was on the move. Looks like it's coming through now. And whoop, bit of an air pass coming over now from Sprocket, which meets its demise at anti-air. And now we've got this blob coming through. We've got air coming through now. Interceptor's not really going to do a lot there. As they come through, well, a bit of anti-air there from Sprocket, and those gunships died very, very quickly. And this is some pretty poor, initially some pretty poor micro here from Alcatraz. It's just coming in, and these spider bots are just smacking them, coming in from behind, but fortunately, looks like Alcatraz there with the macro to sort out most of that attack force. Those gunships getting dealt to very quickly by the anti-air. And these spider bots up here quickly shitting the bed. Ooh, sour. And we've got a bit of a stalemate. One spider bot hitting one side of the ridge and those tanks hitting the other side. Bit of a fail from an energy conservation standpoint there. Taking out, he moves that spider bot around. See if he can bring it through, but no, he advances forward and then boom! That one there gone. Another spider bot down. These spider bots just dying left, right and centre, but Alcatraz, unfortunately, his only other main tank, so I've got one up the front there and one sort of up the back, but that one dies in very, very short order. With a fleet of attack bombers still sitting up here. Close to that middle bit there. And, oh no, there goes a, oh, sour about that mass extractor, those spider bots taking out there, and very wisely retreating with the bombers, taking out just a couple there in the back, and oh, we've got a small, no, he's playing the very wise move and pulling back there. Let's just take a look in there, no, oh, we've got a Tech 2 air coming out now from the Sprocket side of that, and again he's beginning to hold up in there, and yeah, got a little bit of mass and a bit of point defense in there now. Tech 2 ground on the field here for Alcatraz. Pulling up now with the Mongoose, the Tech 2 Gatling bot. Coming through, can probably do some serious damage. He's got level 2 point defense and level 2 radar up and running as well, so he will have radar vision into there, which is pretty useful at about this stage because he can now see in there that he's holding up in there again. And so he will know from that radar that sitting hold in there. And here we go. Oh, look at those Gatling bots just go. They are in there absolutely cleaning up on that point defense and that mass extractor. Sour. So a whole bunch of interceptors still sitting there doing nothing. He's keeping his macro up. Alcatraz is doing this right. The macro's up. He's just keeping units pumping out of those there. Both those land factories at tier 2. And it looks like, oh yes, here comes spider bots to try and take on the mongooses there. Those mantises, most of those coming off second best there. Now he's just going to stand back, and those point defense, oh no! That point defense, oh, sour. That Gatling bot taken down by a strong bit of point defense from Sprocket. And yeah, we got some more there. We got some mobile missile launchers in the form of the Tech 2 Flapjack coming through now at the 25-minute stage of the game. Stack a little bit more speed on it. Up 6 and there, and no, that is a bit of a sour move. Everything going the way of Alcatraz so far in this game. Playing it conservative at the moment. He's bringing the Gatling bots there and a line along there, and missile launchers making their way across the beachhead. And ooh, sour about that air. Alcatraz just losing a bit of air in there to a bit of anti. Pretty sure we can see exactly what he's doing. Again, Sprocket, this is where it goes wrong. He's stuck with the Tech 1 grade units, more Mantises coming through, and also some anti-air to hopefully deal with Alcatraz's interceptors, but given those Gatling bots there, they're not going to last long at all. You can see exactly what he's doing there now. He's using these long-range missile to deal with all this point defense and all this anti-air he's got surrounding the main base. Sprocket letting the micro slip so badly. Well, actually, no, sorry, the macro slipped so badly. His micro's sucking a bit too, but that's beside the point. At the moment, in the big picture, he's only got the 2 factories up compared to Alcatraz's 4, although now Alcatraz letting the macro slip. Nothing building in those. And pushing the commander forward. Is he doing that? Oh, sour, and see exactly what he's doing here. This is a bit of a stupid move. This commander here in some air-based transport, just hovering there. It's not a good thing to do with all those interceptors. There goes that air. He's got the missile turrets coming through, and it looks like it's going to be all in, and this is going to be GG right here. Coming through, and boom. He lost the interceptors, but he also lost his commander because it was in the air transport there. Big explosion, middle of the air, nice big crater. GG goes up, and that is Alcatraz taking out the win here at TCOSY LAN 7. Actually in the middle of building some Tech 2 anti-air there. Why the hell was he doing that at that stage? Probably wasn't quite expecting what happened there with the commander being in air transport. But that is GG. I'm Darth Meow, I'm one of the admins here for TCOSY. This has just been a test to see. We don't know if this cast will go down well or not, but one way to find out, and that's to do it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Peace.